Okay, so I got all my 2x2s cut down for the side table. I went ahead and doubled everything up because we're gonna be building 2 side tables. And now I'm gonna be drilling pocket holes in the plywood. We also got this cut down. I started by using a piece of rigid foam board on the ground, laying the full sheet on the ground and then cutting it down with my Kreg track saw. And that is perfect for being able to break down plywood. And then when I got to those repetitive cuts, I moved over to the table saw and finished cut everything down to size. So the plywood is gonna be the sides, and there's gonna be a top to this bedside table, as well as a lower shelf to be able to charge phones and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill pocket holes with those, and that's how we're going to attach the sides and the tops. For that, I'm gonna be using the new Kreg 720 Pro, and this is a really nice advancement to their Kreg pocket hole jig system. It's got excellent dust collection as well as a self-adjusting clamping system to where it kind of locks the jig in place at the based on the appropriate location for the thickness of that wood. So you can go from a 2x4 down to 3/4 inch plywood or 3/4 inch material and be all set just by simply clamping the jig in place. So for this project, I'm actually using Select Pine, which is gonna give us a smoother finish and just a cleaner look overall. For the plywood, we went with a poplar plywood, and hopefully that's gonna stain up close to, similar to the pine. So now that I've got all the boards cut and I've got all my pocket holes drilled, I can start on the assembly. Now we're gonna start by assembling the sides first. So we've got the 2x2 legs, and then we've got the the 2x2s that go from front to back, and the side panels that we've got to assemble all together.
And we're riding in with the tide. We're alive. And we're running in with the tide.
All right, so I got both of the sides built and they're looking good. Now we're gonna be moving on to building the shelf and the top, and both of those get built the same way. Essentially, they're the plywood and they've got a 2x2 on each side. Once we get done with those, then we can move on to assembling or installing those onto the actual table itself, and then finishing off the base assembly. Okay, so when it comes to the drawers, I actually cheated a little bit. I know I'm probably gonna get some crap for this. However, I made this out of 1x4s for the frames, and then I just stapled a piece of 1/4-inch plywood to the bottom. Now, the reason I did this is because the drawers are very shallow and I wanted to give as much depth to the drawer as possible. So by putting that plywood piece on the bottom and not having a recess in there, I get like an extra 1/2 inch or so. Now, normally for a larger drawer, what I would do is I would just take a piece of 3/4-inch plywood and then pocket screw it to the sides. Or for a smaller drawer, you could cut a groove inside of the drawer and then slide the bottom into it, and that would allow you to swap out the drawer bottom as needed. However, like I said, trying to maximize drawer depth, so that's what we did for this project. So this project has been a long time in the making, and I feel like I say that about every project. However, first, when we moved in, we went from cardboard boxes as nightstands to then some old retired outdoor tables. And finally, we've got the nightstands that we've always wanted. The great thing about these nightstands are that they're massive for one, but they also have a charging shelf for charging phones and laptops and stuff like that. Now, if you want the full plans for this project, make sure you hit that button right there, and that's gonna take you onto the website. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, you can do so right there. Make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future projects. Until next time, be safe and happy building.